The Young and the Restless. Spoilers. Oh my God, welcome back to our channel, besties. Today is a beautiful day outside, but inside my soul, it is a literal thunderstorm of chaos and despair. We need to grab our iced coffees and sit down immediately, because the tea I have for you today is so scalding it might actually melt the internet. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now because my brain is visibly buffering from the sheer audacity of what just went down on The Young and the Restless. I am hyperventilating. Send help. My soul has actually left my body. I was mid-skincare when this scene happened, and I literally smeared my charcoal mask all over my pristine white rug because I had to yeet my phone across the room. I am not okay. We are not just watching this show anymore, besties. We are invested. And I am personally, deeply, straight up offended by what Nick Newman just did. He is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done. The cinematic mayhem of this entire situation is giving high-octane psychological masterpiece where the stakes are astronomical, and I need to break down every single unhinged microsecond of it before I literally combust. Wait, backtrack for a second. I missed a step. We need to talk about the absolute cruelty of Nick escaping from rehab. Yes, you heard me. He straight up bolted. After everything his family has done, after Adam and Victoria literally teamed up, which is honestly so unhinged on its own, to get him help, Nick just dips. He makes his entire family run around Genoa City searching for him, exhausting themselves, crying, panicking, while he is just out there living his worst truth. Bestie, be for real right now. The sheer selfishness of making your family search for you while you are dodging them is genuinely vile. I was screaming at my screen. Nick, you are a grown man, an absolute grandfather. Act like it. But no, he is out here playing hide and seek with his enablers and his demons. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but we have to remember how he got here. Matt Clark. Just hearing that name makes me want to break out in hives. Matt Clark is the one who basically orchestrated this entire fentanyl nightmare, trapping Nick in Vegas and pushing him down this dark hole. Did I say that yet? My brain is mush moving on, but seriously, the trauma of that gas station, the hallucinations at Crimson Lights, where Nick thought he was swallowing packets of fentanyl instead of sugar, the psychological damage is so real. But that does not excuse the absolute terror Nick is inflicting on his family right now. He is weaponizing his addiction, and I am genuinely sick over it. So after this massive, exhausting manhunt, where does Nick show up? The Newman Ranch, and you guys, he walks in acting like absolutely nothing happened. I am talking full-on casual. Hey, Mom. Hey, sis. What's for dinner? Energy. It is legitimately terrifying. The duality of his behavior is straight up giving me whiplash. 1 second, he is totally lucid, making small talk, smiling that classic Nick Newman golden boy smile. And the next second, his eyes glaze over and he is completely gone. You can physically see the lights go out in his head. It's like watching a ghost inhabit a body, and I was sitting on my couch clutching my throw pillow like it was a life preserver. And here is the most disgusting part, and don't even get me started on the vibes of this. He has drugs in his pocket the entire time, literally, in his pocket at the Newman Ranch. He is carrying his own destruction right into the family home, right in the middle of Victor and Nikki's vow renewal era. The absolute disrespect. Victor and Nikki are out here trying to celebrate their reunion, planning a romantic trip to Venice, trying to ignore their own toxic history of lies and kidnappings, and Nick just waltzes in carrying literal poison. It is so chaotic. I cannot even process the level of betrayal. He is looking his mother in the eyes while harboring the very thing that is killing him. Let's talk about Victoria for a second, because I am genuinely heartbroken for her. Victoria Newman, the powerhouse CEO, the woman who runs empires and goes toe-to-toe with Victor Newman, is reduced to a terrified, trembling mess in her own home. She knows. She sees the signs, but she is absolutely paralyzed by fear. Victoria is walking on eggshells so thin they might as well be dust. She is terrified that if she says one wrong word, if she pushes him even an inch, Nick will be triggered and spiral completely out of control. So she just sits there, swallowing her panic, playing along with his sick game of pretend. It is a masterclass in psychological torture, and I am weeping for her. And Nikki, you guys, Nikki, I'm glitching just thinking about it. Nikki just got her sight back. She literally just had the bandages removed, faced the terror of potentially being blind forever, and now the universe repays her by forcing her to watch her son deteriorate in real time. She sees the drugs bulging in his pocket. She sees the sweat on his brow, the erratic movements. But just like Victoria, she is gagged by her own fear. No one dares to speak up. The silence in that house is so heavy it is practically a character itself. It's giving major horror movie vibes, where the monster is in the house, but everyone has to pretend it's just a house guest. Wait, random tangent, but can we talk about the lighting in the Newman Ranch during these scenes? It was so dark and moody, like, did Victor forget to pay the electric bill? The shadows were casting these weird, elongated shapes against the walls, and there was this one lamp in the background that was totally off-center, and it was driving my OCD insane. But honestly, the gloomy aesthetic was perfectly matching the absolute dread settling over the family. Okay, snapping back to the main T. The tension builds until it is the dead of night. The entire ranch is silent. Everyone is supposedly asleep, but you just know Victoria and Nikki are lying in their beds, staring at the ceiling, their hearts beating out of their chests. Nick is alone in his room. The isolation of this moment is so cinematic and so tragic. He is surrounded by his family under the roof of a billionaire empire, and yet he is completely, utterly alone with his addiction. He reaches into his pocket. He makes the choice. And besties, this is where my soul actually left my body and ascended into the stratosphere. Suddenly, a scream rips through the silence of the Newman Ranch. But it's not just a scream. It is an agonizing, bone-chilling, guttural howl of pure, unadulterated pain. It is the sound of a man whose body is violently rejecting the poison he just fed it. I literally dropped my jaw so hard it hit the floor. The sound design in this scene deserves an Emmy, an Oscar, a Grammy, all of it. It was so raw and terrifying that I felt the hair on my arms stand up. Nick is screaming in agony, and the entire house wakes up in a sheer panic. Nikki, running on pure maternal adrenaline, rushes down the hallway. You can see the absolute terror in her eyes. This is her baby. This is the son she has tried to protect from Victor's wrath, from Matt Clark's manipulation, from the entire world. She reaches his bedroom door, and there is this agonizing half-second pause where her hand hovers over the doorknob. It's like she knows that once she opens that door, her life will never, ever be the same. The suspense is literally eating me alive. I was screaming at the TV, "Open it, Nikki, but also don't open it. I cannot handle this." She throws the door open, and you guys, the visual of what is on the other side of that door will be burned into my retinas for the rest of my natural-born life. Nick is lying on the floor. He is completely unconscious, and there is foam pouring from his mouth. It is the most graphic, horrifying, devastating thing I have ever witnessed on this show. He is not just passed out, he is gone. The overdose is massive. The finality of the way he is lying there, completely lifeless, is straight up paralyzing. I am calling it right now. He is dead. There is no coming back from that much fentanyl. Not after the state his body was already in. Nick Newman, the golden boy, the legacy, is dead on the floor of his childhood home because of Matt Clark's sick games and his own tragic demons. I am literally wiping tears off my keyboard as I type this. The devastation is absolute. Nikki's scream when she sees him, it wasn't even a sound, it was just pure, silent, soul-crushing grief. She collapses. The scene fades to black, and I am left sitting in the dark with charcoal mask flaking off my face, questioning my entire existence, manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, besties. Because you know what this means? The villain arc is about to go nuclear. Victor Newman is going to unleash a level of hell upon Genoa City that we have never seen. If he was ruthless before, what is he going to be now that his son is dead from an overdose? Matt Clark better run to the ends of the earth, and even then, Victor will find him. The entire Newman empire is about to crumble into dust, and I am genuinely terrified for everyone involved. I need to go lie down and stare at a wall for 5 to 7 business days. Stay safe out there, besties, because Genoa City is officially a war zone.